Auf geht's. I'm very curious about you. Maybe you should have saved it.
You can do it. Keep it up.
Silver Badge of Resurrection. That's it. Silver Badge of Resurrection. After an unlucky throw, allows you to throw again. Can be used twice per game. Oof. That's nice.
That's good too. You're up, my friend.
I think my first round was insane.
I've seen people play better.
And then you do something like this where 6 dice and you don't get a single point.
Here. I hope it doesn't turn sour on me. Schön. Was ist los?
We didn't have such dice when I was young. We shaped them out of clay and played with them. But they were rounded and didn't have any numbers on them.
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know.
Even a fool gets lucky sometimes.
Schön.
It's rolling again. Instead of 1. Oh my god.
Diese.
It looks like you don't even want to play. Last time I was watching, a farmer lost his breeches and his boots here.
However, that is something.
Fine, then.
You have to have a bit of sense to count the dice.
350 points. Okay, you can do that. That's it.
Gutes Spiel, man.
That was a good game, friends.
Right. Every game is good when you fatten your purse.
Lady Fortune gives and takes by turns. A few groschen, one way or the other, won't ruin me.
But you're still in debt to me, though.
Well, that's true. I apologize for what I said. I wasn't being serious. No offense, friend. I just wanted a bit of fun.
Okay.
Hey, blacksmith's boy. What are you doing there? Get over here. Come on, Henry. You can have a drink afterwards.
What is it? I thought a good old feast would cheer you up.
You call this a good feast? Nothing but puffed up peacocks sucking up to each other, pretending they don't smell of dung. And the Chamberlain. My God. I can't take another moment of that fool.
Sod the Chamberlain. He's a conceited idiot.
And how many battles has he won, eh?
You heard Lord von Burgov. He trusts him.
Ulrich is a master of the quill, that's all. By the way, thanks for standing up for me.
You're welcome. I definitely trust you more in battle than him.
When push comes to shove, I won't be paying much heed to that buffoon's orders.
I get that, but you gave von Burgov your word as a knight that you'd help him. That band of cutthroats killed our men as well. And we don't have a chance against them on our own.
Oh, maybe. You know what? I've had enough. I'm going to bed. But don't you forget to stop by the smithy for my sword and armor. And fetch some wine from Catherine. If you want my advice, try not to get too shit-faced. We've got a battle to fight tomorrow.
Don't worry. I'll take care of it.
All right. Good night then, Henry.
Something must be seriously off. I think this is the first time that Capon went
Ha!
to
I'm
act
pleased to
first,
see
basically.
your battle with sobriety is over, and you lost. What would you say if I wrote an ode to you?
You have a poet among us, eh?
Me, a poet. I leave that sort of thing to Florian there. Women swoon in his arms, and then men swoon in exasperation. There's a poetic soul for you, if only his verses were any good.
Seems Florian makes your blood boil, eh?
Aye, he's too big for his boots. He needs to be taught a lesson. But I'll pay him back for his jokes soon enough.
Tell me more. I'll be glad to help you.
Excellent. I need to get Florian back for one of his jokes. It should hurt him a little.
What did he do to you?
He persuaded a certain damsel to let him dress up in her clothes. When I sang beneath her window one evening, they all thought it was hilarious. And that twit threw lilacs down to me from the window.
How awful.
Good save.
How do you want to get your revenge? Challenge him to a duel?
Nothing of the sort, no violence. We'll just make fun of him a little. I know that one damsel gave him a ring, and it'd be interesting to slip the ring to her best friend.
Well, that sounds like a pretty cruel joke. But I'll be happy to help. Where can I find the ring?
He's bound to have it in the chest next to his bed at the very top of Crone Tower.
Ah, now I see why you don't fancy going there.
Well, the most important thing is that everyone sees I'm here, but nobody will notice if you leave. All you have to do is bring it to me unobserved. I'll take care of the rest.
You got a moment?
So
I've heard you're a local hero.
This is Henry, my lady.
So we're only helping him because apparently this Florian person is
That deserves a toast.
going after this
To Lord
guy's
von Bergel.
charge, like a young woman
I
of the lady.
see.
The young woman from the Lord.
A fine-looking young man.
You must be Henry, yes? Lord Capon's servant.
Careful.
Which one is Florian? Which one is Florian now?
I'd like a word with you. Got a moment?
Oh, nice.
Anything else you need?
Recite prayers with him alone.
This guy.
Good God!
Anyway,
Have you got a moment?
I'm sorry. I don't know your name, my lady.
This is Johanka of Zhernov, Henry.
Pleased to meet you. I'm...
I know who you are. My companions here talked about you. And the stories were somewhat madcap, if you don't mind me saying so.
nothing more than a couple of silly misunderstandings.
The pond, the stocks, and the gallows. Quite a nice series of misunderstandings, if you ask me.
Your life was on the line more than once, young man.
You're right, Father. And not just my life, Lord Capon's as well.
Well, that sounds interesting. Won't you tell me about it? I'd love to hear about adventures right from their hero himself.
I'll be glad to tell you my story. Where to begin?
The best place to begin is at the beginning, isn't it?
You're right, of course. That would be best. Lords Hanush and Radzig entrusted us with delivering a message to Trotsky. It's a long way from our home in Ratai. So we made camp by a pond to bathe a bit before presenting ourselves to the local lord. But we didn't have time for that, because a band of cutthroats suddenly attacked us. They killed without mercy, and our men had no chance against them. We had no choice but to jump into the water and swim for our lives. I still don't know how I didn't drown. I can't swim, you see.
Truly divine intervention, my son. God clearly wanted you to be saved.
Truly shocking and terrifying. Tell me, what awful thing happened next?
They chased us into the rocks, but we escaped.
Very good. But why not go into a bit more detail?
We were saved by a good-hearted old woman. But later, we got involved in a tavern brawl. Well, the brawl was started by my Lord Capon, actually. Manual labor would have been too humiliating for him, you see.
He's
Even
gone.
more humiliating than having the local guards pour slops over us, it would seem.
No, that is truly awful.
But it's true. Everyone thought we were stinking vagabonds, which led to a whole misunderstanding.
Bailiff Thrush put them in the stocks.
Yeah, like I said, they took us for ragamuffins.
Fair enough. But
Ragamuffins.
out with it now. Why did they punish you?
Is this like probably like a romance fantasy book for this person, right? They didn't have it at the time,
I
so
admit the
hearing
bailiff
these
was
stories
right to
basically
punish us.
super thrill.
But we would have won the brawl otherwise, my lady.
Excellent. I think people are wrong about you. You're a sincere and brave young man, Henry.
And rather entertaining company.
Yes, I agree. It's a pity my good friend didn't hear your story. She would have been very interested.
Who do you mean, my lady?
Unfortunately, she just went outside to get some fresh air. But the easiest way to put that right would be to go and find her. Would you escort me, Sir Knight?
Of course.
Certainly, my lady. I'd be honored to escort you.
Excellent. I'm sure the learned gentlemen will excuse us, won't they? It's a lovely night outside, and it's a little stuffy in here, so a walk will do me good. Come on. A lovely summer night. It was horribly stuffy inside. Thanks for rescuing me from the claws of those two old vultures.
Yeah, of course. But I thought...
I know what you thought. Some men are terribly slow-witted, that's all. Like my late husband. But maybe I underestimated you, eh?
I don't think you're the kind to fall for pretty poems.
Well. Finally an exception that proves the rule.
I'm no good at poetry anyway.
That's enough talk, silly. Embrace me. Let's enjoy this night. It wasn't made for sleep, after all.
9 hours. Let's go back. Like, we can always do this at the end and just do the other things first. So we get the quest from him.
Anything else you need?
I have a question for you, sir.
Certainly.
Would I be right in assuming nobody else knows about the content of our message yet?
Correct. And that is how it will stay, until I decide on my reply to lunch.
What about the League of Lords? Do you think you'll convince the other nobles as well?
Careful now, young man.
The war hurts everyone, without exception. And that is why it has to stop. Everyone agrees on that. Each one of us has to consider what he can do for peace in the land. You can show what you can do tomorrow, when we settle scores with those bandits.
We'll make short work of them.
I'll try not to let you down, sir.
Certainly.
Okay, can't talk to any of these guys. Yep, she wants to talk to me.
Excuse me?
I'm not local, so I'd like to introduce myself, gentlemen.
We're not local either, but we've already heard of you.
Aye. Mainly about your brushes with the law. Truly amusing escapades, if what they say is true.
Well, we had a couple of misfortunes, but I don't know what you heard.
Only that the village yokels took you for beggars and clapped you in the stocks.
Well, after you'd beaten up a couple of them, including the local bailiff's son.
Well, as I said,
That's where we
had a
met him.
couple of misfortunes.
Of course, no offense intended. We're glad to meet you.
My name is Oldbrown, and this is Yeshek of Bor.
What about tomorrow? Will you join us in the attack?
Of course. I've brought so many men we could take the bark off on our own.
I hope you'll leave room for us as well, Yeshek.
Have no fear. The main thing is that old Lord Nebag doesn't drop dead before we can save him.
Well, if we burn down his castle, he's bound to have a fit.
I think Sir Yaramir will be pleased if we get rid of those scoundrels without needless damage.
Aye, aye. Old Yaramir was always terribly proud of that little castle of his. He toiled all his life to build it.
Yet it's nothing more than a hut on a rock.
All the better for us. We'll take the hood in a trice, and then relieve Yaramir of a few barrels from his cellar.
I can't wait to see the look on his face when he finds out how much the rescue will cost him.
He'll be happy to give us the wine. Better to be alive and well than cold for eternity.
True words.
Any news, gentlemen?
Yes. We were just talking about the finger of God.
What's that? Some book?
Nobody knows, but the name is truly odd, isn't it? Apparently Sir Otto paid a fortune for this finger in Prague.
Sounds like some holy relic, doesn't it?
Aye. But it occurred to Albram that it might be some new castle bell.
I heard him telling Chaplain Nicodemus that the castle needs a new bell. Throwing around coin like that when there's a war on is a sin, I tell you.
But our Sir Otto has deep pockets, and the war hasn't changed that. Quite the opposite, if anything.
Aye. Once you get involved in politics in Prague, the coin comes rolling in. You and Lord Capon are here on political business, aren't you? You're envoys of Hanush of Lipa, and the king's favourite, Radzig Kobyla, right?
Aye, but I can't talk about it.
Why not? We all want to end this terrible war, don't we?
I'm sure we do, gentlemen. But one letter can hardly achieve that, can it?
Maybe not, but it could be the first spark.
Shall we have a chat, bonny lad?
This is Henry, Lord Capon's servant.
Okay, let's try and get that ring. Are we in this correct tower, or do we need to go somewhere else? So we need to go somewhere else, but we also need to go to the kitchen. Downstairs.
Greetings.
Excuse me, have you seen Catherine?
What do you want her for?
I'm supposed to get some wine from her for Lord Capon. I can't find her.
For that handsome young man? I'll go and get it, and you can forget about that ninny Catherine.
Well, the thing is, they told me...
Forget it. God knows where that cow's got to again. I ain't seen her all evening. But don't worry. I'll be happy to give you wine for Lord Capon myself. I'd just like to ask if you could open the spice chest for me in the meantime. The lock got stuck again and won't open for love nor money.
Who locked it like that?
Nobody. It's one of Ossina's amazing locks.
What? Again? Ugh, I'll kill that Ossina. Sure, I'll take a look at it. It won't be a problem.
Thanks. God be with you, sir.
So this is the second time, just as many days.
Christ, pardon me.
I've opened the spice chest for you.
Really? That's clever of you. I couldn't budget. I won't bother looking it again from now on. If someone pinches something, I'll blame Ossina and his rubbish locks. Here's some Hungarian wine for your journey. And give my regards to Lord Capon. May the Holy Virgin watch over you in battle.
That would be good.
Sir.
That would be good. Okay, so we need to grab some armor and grab that bloody ring.
I've been thinking about that fight of ours, and I'd like to apologise.
This guy's
So you see
such a
I'm not a
fucking piece of
complete
shit.
piece of shit. Take whatever you want from my shop.
And next time, be careful. I'm supposed to collect armor and a sword for my lord.
Aye, but that horse has already bolted. I'm clean out.
What? You don't have anything?
Lots of other knights were here. You should have come earlier, that's all.
But Chamberlain Ulrich himself sent me here.
I'll be happy to give you what's left, but it ain't the best. I reckon you'll have to do the mending and sharpening yourself.
As you wish. But I'll go and tell the Chamberlain. You think he's going to get his fingers burnt because of you?
What? Ulrich is my friend.
And I have friends among the local nobles who the Chamberlain surely won't want to annoy.
All right. Maybe I was a bit hasty. I'll find you something better. I still have this left. Take it. It's yours.
See now? Where there's a will, there's a way.
Take care for
Sucker.
now.
If you want something done, you have to do it yourself.
Okay, so for that ring, I think I have to go pretty high. No, that's wrong. What is B? Oh. Alright, so we're gonna go G.
You're not allowed here. Correct, you nightcrawler.
Okay, this might be a problem. Oh, this is not where... This is actually not where it goes. Oh, it is. Probably want to grab this actually.
Ah, here it is. Florian's ring.
What?
Okay, let's read those letters. When you pick a rose, take care that this bold action that you dare does not bring a wound to bear. Dare for the flower and sing to it secretly with words of love that caress so sweetly that a now dead thing once slept unmoving in the warmth of your heart is brightly blooming. Ugh, that's really not good. Behold the dance, the body's joy, passionate and glittering. What the tongue cannot achieve, courageous steps may bring. The dance, I say, is life itself, easy, hard, or sometimes gentle, and little serves or tolerates the old, the pious, and the sensible. Oh my god, he's really a very terrible writer. That's okay. Can't be for everyone. I myself, I'm not a good writer too. I don't want to be either. Okay, so we're just gonna bring that ring back.
I apologize.
Get the fuck out of my way.
Henry! Good to see you. Christ! Do you even drink at all?
Ah, good to see you. At least I know one person here. I wouldn't mind a few more feasts like this now and then. Have you tasted the Hungarian wine?
I remain on duty, so I can't. But when I see how the others are enjoying it, sacre, I miss Prague.
You're a regular martyr, but we're in the same boat. My lord also told me not to drink. What was von Burgov doing in Prague?
He's the royal chamberlain, so he's in charge of collecting taxes from royal towns and monasteries. And he was negotiating with the League of Lords as well, of course.
What? He promised he'd support the proposal of Hannes of Lipa.
Maybe, but he can hardly call off negotiations with Rosenberg and the other powerful lords. Politics isn't blind man's buff. Besides, you only gave him the message after he came back from Prague, didn't you?
Do you know what the negotiations in Prague were about?
No, because I'm not a spy.
But personal bodyguards often hear all kinds of things, don't they?
Well, Hohenstein and Riesenberg are quarreling over some nonsense in Saxony. Lichtenberg is trying to play both sides, and the mighty Rosenberg is scheming against everyone. Aye, and Bocek of Kunstad is looking for a husband for his niece, Yitka. She's pretty, so it won't take long.
I thought the League of Lords was supposed to be united.
What? Then? No chance. Having too many roosters in the yard always ends badly.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same like the other time. A few squats and push-ups, just while we're listening.
Have you heard the plan of attack?
No. Ulrich is keeping it all close to his chest.
Not that there's any point.
I noticed that your lord isn't too fond of the Chamberlain.
That's one way of putting it.
Sir Otto respects him, and I trust him. But it's true, Ulrich is a bit strange.
He's a conceited fool, you mean?
If it's glory that you seek, you cannot be shy and meek.
Do you know the other guests?
They're noblemen from these parts, but I don't know them personally. That cheerful little fellow in the middle is Hermann Palitz, known as Littlehead. Pity you didn't see his performance on the barrel. Thankfully, the barrel gave way before Littlehead.
And the other one? The thin one?
Florian of Lomnitz, a famed wit, fair of face and well-spoken. The ladies swoon. For all he could care, well, we'll see what kind of company he prefers in the end.
What about you and the local women folk? Got your eye on anyone?
Come off it. I'd have to stand in line behind Herman and his ilk. I'd rather have a drink with you.
Don't overdo it.
I never say no to a pretty woman.
Enjoy yourself. A pitcher of wine makes a good day better still. But too many pitchers will leave you feeling ill.
This is a poet. Okay, I should put this away. Okay, little head.
Here's Florian's ring. What next?
Excellent, my friend. Now we'll plant it on that damsel to Florian's right, the young one who never stops marrying.
Right, leave it to me. I'll finish the job.
I'd be delighted to, my friend. That scoundrel deserves it. He'll be the butt of the joke for a change. So no mercy, and joking aside, into the fray, young knight.
I've heard you're a local hero.
I have a little gift for you.
Oh, how sweet. Tell me, who is it from?
One shy friend who was afraid you'd reject him.
Ooh, and what does he want from me?
To dedicate a few verses to your beauty. From his heart.
What? I know that ring. Florian.
What's going on? What are you doing, fool?
Fool? You know him. You wanted to cheat on me.
No, it's not.
two-faced cheat swine!
Wait, I can explain. He must have stolen that ring from me.
What? Traitor! I never want to see you again!
Okay, that was a bit harsh.
Have you got a moment? I've heard you're a local.
Well, Florian is all done in. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Aha! Of course! You set him up nicely. I almost felt sorry for him.
No mercy, and joking aside. That's what you said, wasn't it?
Aye, he'll get over it. I owe you a reward. Here you are, my friend. And if you need help with anything, just say the word.
Okay, so now we can do this.
I'm sorry.
We've done all this already.
The pond. You're right.
Well, the back.
It's a lot. We didn't have a kid. We had no. I can't truly.
True.
I thought we were well, even more. But it's true. Like a
Fair enough. Excellent.
And rather.
Yeah. And that would you?
Certainly.
Excellent. It's a
So yeah, if you want to see this, just go back a bit.
I know
we did this
that.
bit earlier.
Well, that's an let's in.
9 hours. It includes sleeping though. Otherwise, painful. Saffron.